Yeah, I know it's like a couple weeks into January, but it's still a new year and it's still January. Gonna change. I messed up bad last year. What am I gonna do this year? How am I gonna change it? What's up, loves? It's your girl Felicia McCall here, ready for 2023. It's January and I'm excited. Everybody's excited for January. I don't know nobody who's not excited about January. January is where you get a clean slate. It's where you get to start over. So today, we're going to talk about just how to be productive, how to really be successful in this new year. First thing is reading. Your reading is everything. Let's give you a little background of my reading history. I don't think I actually read, from the time I got out of college, I committed to not learning anything new, and I committed to not reading. Not intentionally, but I just wasn't trying to pick up a book. So with that said, I experienced a lot of setbacks. I was broke a lot and I didn't have no job. It was hard to find a job because my skills were antiquated or old. Nobody wanted what I knew that was like 5-10 years old because I hadn't learned anything else. I hadn't grown at that time. So it was a real struggle for me to move forward, be productive in my career and excel in my career, because I just wasn't learning anything new. And when you set your mind to read, you're setting your mind to learn and to grow. And I don't know what happens, but something supernatural happens when you read, I promise you. I committed to reading a book a month. I was coming out of a divorce and just starting my life over with my daughter. And I didn't really have a starting place. I hadn't worked. My husband and I decided that I would stay home with my daughter when she was born. So I had stopped my job. And when I stopped my job, when I wanted to go back 5 years later, that's like an iPhone 5 now. That's old. Don't nobody want that. So what I did was I had to get myself together. I started learning about goal setting and I grabbed a book. The books I grabbed were the things that I felt I was missing a lot of knowledge on. Number one, I was missing knowledge on things like leadership. I was missing things like positive thinking, financial management, knowing how to manage my money, speaking positively. There were a lot of things that I started to research and started to find that helped me as I started looking into what do I want to learn and what would be helpful for me in my career and at home. So just think about what subjects you are falling short in, or what areas in your life that you're falling short in that you want to improve. And that's how you choose that book and start to read and get some trainings and some workshops and start to grow. Now, leadership was not, when I started reading about leadership, for example, it wasn't the thing I needed at the time the most. I needed money the most after my divorce. But I felt like at the point I was in my career, after about a decade in the industry, I needed to be in leadership. So that's why I started reading about leadership. And it really helped me move in that direction for my career. Another thing was finances. I was now responsible for all the finances in the household for my daughter and myself. Every bill, dance, childcare, everything. I needed to learn to budget. I needed to learn to grow. I needed to learn how to negotiate my rate when I did find another position. So I started to read and learn, and I had great people in my life that were mentors. So think about where you're kind of like off in your life or where you wish you were better. That's where you start to look at books and authors that are known for providing valuable information in that area. Now, I started off with a book a month, which is very aggressive. And I was reading like crazy. I think at the end of the year, I may have done that year, I was at like 9 books for the month. So just think about how aggressive you want to be with your learning. Like the year after, and after I saw some success, I started to read maybe a chapter a day or maybe a few pages a day. And y'all, I count the chapter pages. I do. I'm like, this is 15 pages in this chapter. No, 15 pages in this chapter. I don't know if I'm going to make it. But it wasn't about Always being so aggressive. Earlier, it was important that I get aggressive, but as things got better, it was important that I continue to learn. And that's why I started to pace my reading a lot more, where I could really focus on what I was comprehending. So reading is number one. Get you a book. Get you some books that will help you in the areas that you feel that you're lacking the most. I want to hear your book list. Put your comments below so I can expand my reading categories. The next item I have on my list is dreaming and thinking big. Yo, this is good. If you can dream it, if you can see it before you see it, you can have it. Now, that's not a cliche. That is for real. If you can see it and you keep seeing it, oh, you gonna have that. It's coming. It's like gonna be running up in your life like, what, Felicia? For real. Well, let me explain dreaming and thinking. And I'll use an example from my own life. At one point, my daughter and I, after my divorce, we moved into an apartment. And then we rented a house. We stayed there for a little bit. She was always wanting for her, I promise you, she's a real estate mogul. But she was always saying, we need a home. We need a bigger house. So what we started doing was writing down the things we wanted for a house. We started dreaming. We started going to open houses, y'all. We started just looking at what was up and coming in the areas we wanted to live in. Like, what can I manage? Do I need a big yard even? What is something that that fits us? We would get back home and we would write down what we thought we wanted from that inspiration. Seeing those homes helped us dream. It helped us think. We didn't care about prices. We didn't care if it was a $1.5 million house. We just wanted to see it. And it sparked something inside of us where we felt like, that's nice. We saw it aesthetically, not financially. And at the time, that's what we needed. We needed a dream. We needed something to make us think, I like that. Okay, I want that, and write that down. And so I still have in my notebook where my daughter wrote down a pool. I wrote down I wanted a house with iron rails. I wanted a very white kitchen. This is real. And sure enough, earlier this year, we found a house. Wasn't even thinking of going to buy the house. It just came up. We moved on it, and we found the house. It had black rails, a white kitchen. It had a pool in the back. The pool was filled in, so we have to dig that pool out. My daughter's adamant about having a pool, so that's there. And so many of the things that we dreamed of was just sitting there like, boom, what you say you want it. So I just want you all not to consider costs when you dream. Get inspired. You want to own condos? Go look at condos. Go look at people who develop condos. Whatever it is that you're dreaming, find somewhere practical that you can go that doesn't cost anything or cost very little, to just get that inspiration. Go to the furniture store. It's like, you want a farm? Go look at big farms. Just anything that will spark your mind and give you the inspiration that you need to dream and to move forward. Dream, y'all, and think big. Don't look at the cost. It don't cost nothing to dream. So dream and think bigger. Next one is buying a planner. You should have a planner. I need you to get a planner. A planner has dates, times, is divided out into categories where you can break out your day. You can break out your month. You can set goals for yourself and track those goals by writing out the steps it takes to hit a goal. Or let's say you want to get a new job. You want a new job that pays this amount of money. That's your goal for 2023. Well, you can write in your planner, call this recruiter, spend time on my resume, or research new job opportunities, and write those things in your planner and focus on those particular things so that you know before the end of the year, you're going to be working. Add that to your dreaming big and your preparation with your reading, you will get paid. So yes, a planner and a notebook, because you're going to do brain dumps. You're just going to write everything down that's in your brain for that month or for whatever time that you're planning out something. And you just want to get all that stuff out of your head. You want to brainstorm a lot. So that's why you need your notebook as a companion with your planner. Buy a planner and a notebook and start writing out what you want to accomplish on a daily basis. The next thing is this right here. This is like a bombshell right here. Speaking positively. Your mouth is everything. Your mouth is a lot. It does a lot of damage, and it does a lot of good things. So you need to choose what you're going to talk about. There's a scripture that says life and death is in the power of the tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. If you can speak over your life, what you believe, what you're dreaming, what you're aiming for, and match that to all the other things I just talked about, it's going to be beautiful. Put your words with your dreams and make your words, your dreams, your writing, your reading, make them match. And as you make them match, y'all, it's going to be like a ninja knife or something really sharp. It's just really going to cut through all the situations in your life, and it's going to make a clear path for you. So just understanding your words, what you say. And if you're reading positive things that'll help you move forward in life, it's going to get in your mind. And when it's in your mind, you're going to start to say those things that you believe, and you're going to start dreaming. And all of it's going to work like the circle of life. And it's going to come together to make you more productive for 2023. Last one is self-care. Y'all, I like self-care. Self-care is easy and it's fun. Okay, let me not say that. Self-care is intentional. It's not easy. When you think that you're the only person that will live in your body, you're the only person that will carry around hurts, happiness, thoughts, you're the only person that's going to feel a pinch. You feel that. If someone pinch you, nobody else is going to feel it. They shouldn't. You're going to feel that. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of you. Y'all, it's so much I can talk about with self-care. Let me be a little bit more specific about thoughts on self-care. It is your responsibility to take care of you. It is your responsibility to have a standard of caring for yourself. And when I think of self-care, I think of pampering. I think of, first of all, things like working out. I want to be strong. I'm still working on the food part because I like carbs, but they don't like me. So I'm finding substitute carbs. But anyway, my point is self-care is it's a statement of how you think about you and how you feel about you. And you teach people how to treat you, and they will do that. They will treat you the way you teach them. You have to push back and be like, no, it's my time. I had a rule when my daughter was younger. She's 14 now. I do not parent after 9 o'clock. I couldn't do it. I was a single parent. I couldn't do it. I wasn't a good mom after 9 o'clock. I was not. So I worked to get my daughter in the bed, reading, doing something, or in her own space from at the minimum, at least 9 o'clock on through the rest of the night, because that's when I would take the time to do things that I enjoyed. Like I would like to watch TV and be on my computer. Those were small things that allowed me to take care of myself. Another thing I did that didn't cost me anything or that I was already paying for was a hot bath. You'll run the tub full of water, put some essential oils and some Epsom salt in there, and girl, turn your phone off. I'll put some music on. Get you some wine. No, don't get no wine, drown now. But my point is, whatever makes you happy with your bath, get in a hot bath. Yo, all that tension in your neck, oh my God, headaches, it just lifts all of that from you when you just do small things like take a bath. Other things that I like to do that cost a little bit more, I like to get massages. I like facials. Girl, everybody need a chiropractor. Everybody should be getting a chiropractor. My opinion. Ask your doctor. You got to say that. But a chiropractic visits, oh my God. All that crookedness, and you be turning sideways, bending over. Get your chiropractor. Get your massage. Go take a solo staycation. Oh man. I have a good friend, Miriam Banks. That's all she focuses on. Solo mommy trips and and she talks about self-care, and she has a podcast. So you got to check her out, see what she's all about. And she is adamant about, I mean, when she takes a solo trip, she'll take a solo trip down the street 2 hours away, or she just go ahead and fly somewhere like Italy, be like, oh, it's a mommy trip. But I'm saying you don't have to have all of the excessive self-care things if that's not where you are right now. But there are things that you can do locally in your home every week to do some type of self-care. All right, so those are my top 5 ways that I use, or that I've used over the years, to be productive and to move out of a bad situation, just to be more productive in life and to see some type of success. There's more to the story that I told you, as far as my divorce, as far as my being a single mom for about 8-10 years. All of that is in stories I'm looking forward to sharing with you. But I want to know in the comments below, share with me some of your top ways that you're productive. Over the years, you have some tried and proven ways that help you be productive. And I want to know, because your girl's always learning. I told y'all I do the learning thing now. I am not trying to get behind. So if you got some ways that can help me, I want to hear it. So drop your comments in below. Let me know how you're being productive in 2023. And until the next time, let's go. Let's go. That's cheesy. Talk to y'all later.